looked at 4 different ways on how to stretch the shins, and I want to give you my list of what I think was the worst to the best shin stretches so you can do them the right way. First one that I really didn't like, the one that was at the bottom of the list, was the single leg kneeling stretch. This one, because you're in that kneeling position with one leg up and you're sitting onto the other leg, it's not really engaging the shin the right way because it's going to be putting too much pressure on the foot and on the hip, and you're not really going to be leveraging yourself the right way to provide a maximum stretch, and you really want to be able to control and maximize that stretch. And that's why that one's at the bottom of my list. Now, the next one that made number 3 out of my top 4 is the toe drag stretch, because while this one will still get it by doing that walking position, it's not going to maximize the way that you can stretch it. And honestly, if you're in sneakers, you're not going to really be engaging that stretch at all. So this one, while you're dragging your feet, you might be able to do it outside. You need to take off your shoe. And that's part of why it only makes number 3 on the list. Second one on the list was the kneeling stretch, where you get both shins stretched at the same time. Now, as you see, when you're sitting down and you're sitting back onto both your heels, this, while it's great and it really does maximize the stretch, it's a little hard to control in terms of pressure. And then for people that are really tight in their quads, they're not going to be able to get to the end range of motion. You're going to have to work on stretching out your quads first. And that's why, while this is really good, it only makes number 2 on the list. Now, the number 1 shin stretch that I think is great for anybody is one that you could do at your desk, and is that seated single leg shin stretch, the one where you cross over and you engage the stretch. That one's really good because it puts you in a stable position. You, with both hands, can control it to the end range of motion, and it allows you to stretch it, and you don't even have to be walking. All you have to do is be sitting down. So it's very simple, it's effective, and it's a great one. And I would ideally recommend it for anyone that's trying to find a good stretch to help against shin splint.